let's talk about how your mind can be your biggest ally or your worst prison. I love this topic, talking about subconscious mind and how our mind is actually the thing that is holding us back, how we are actually the thing that are holding us back always in life. Any situation, anything that you look at, but it takes some time to actually get to the point where we see clearly in the situation and we see our own, how we added up to get there. And it's not nice, it's not pretty, but that's okay because it's not supposed to be, right? So I just want to say, before I get off a completely different topic, our mind, our subconscious mind is running 95% of our behavior. You probably heard that from me, from many people. A lot of people are now hyping this up and talking about this, which I'm really happy about because it's something that we should be aware. So, when you think about it, the voice in your head, we all have certain voice in our head that's telling us something. We did something and suddenly it's going to swear at us. How could you do that, you lazy, incompetent prick, whatever. That's the point of many people, the conditioning. And I want you to really think about this and to look at that and start observing, what is this voice saying to you? What is this telling you every day on the daily? And is that serving you? Is that serving you? And even bigger question is, whose voice is that? I know that is voice in your head, but whose voice is that? Does it remind you of your mother? Does it remind you of your father? Does it remind you of someone that was really close to you when you were growing up and actually instilled this inner monologue into your head? Because that is the case, actually, until we change these narratives, until we write this inner monologue, this constant chatter, this voice in our head, we will be hearing things that someone said to us when we were the most suggestible to take this in. And this is huge. This is huge because we can change it, okay? We can actually rewrite it. It's gonna take some time, some effort, but we can totally and absolutely rewrite the voice in our head to be our biggest cheerleader, our biggest supporter, We can remove these things. And, I'm thinking back on the days in my life when I had this critique in my head, and it was just so... I'm thinking back on the version of myself and it felt so sad, I was constantly bombarded with these inner chatters and always looking at the negative side of things, always finding what's wrong, what's not working, how to fix something, how to do this, how this is not good, that is not good. And, it was just ruining my experience of this life, living here, being here. It was ruining it completely because I could be in the best company, with the best company on the most beautiful places on the earth, and I had to live with this inner horrible stuff that I was hearing. And I know that I'm not the only one who been through this, and maybe some of you are still struggling with that. I just want to tell you that there is a way out, okay? There is a way out to remove this critique and to instill something much better, much more positive. And this is, I'm not saying, no, don't get me wrong here, because this is absolutely, I'm not saying to think positive and to ignore the negative or to bypass this and just toxically, slap on positive and always say something positive and you don't mean it. Please don't do that. Don't be the nice guy, the nice girl. Don't do that, because you are hurting yourself at the end of the day. Because if you are pretending that everything is perfect when the things in your head are saying otherwise, or you're feeling otherwise, this is the spit in yourself, in your personality. You're just gonna perpetuate this, and you're gonna feel in this cycle where you cannot trust yourself and you cannot fully express yourself, because you will always be looking at the bright side in a way that is not embodied. So this is why we have to look at the negative things and we have to address them. This is not about ignoring anything. This is not about bypassing anything. This is about being brutally honest. This is not any kind of fluff and love and light. Okay? I'm not about this. This is about honesty, integrity, looking at things, addressing things. What doesn't serve me is here. How can I change that? It's here. Find the root, find the solution. It's simple as that. It's really simple. But also just to tell you that simple doesn't mean easy, and simple still will require you to put in effort, okay? Conscious effort. And that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes, and it is absolutely possible to do that. And the more effort you put, the more results you will get. It will motivate you, it will create this momentum, and you will start feeling better, moving better, thinking better. And all of that is possible to approach from the point of view of your mind, your subconscious mind, okay? It's the biggest hack I ever encountered when it comes to mindset, and I will always preach about that. So that helped me immensely. Also, just to notice that we often have blind spots when it comes to us and seeing the things clearly or accessing the things that are there for ourselves. So it's good to have some kind of honest feedback from someone you trust, because you can often see things very clearly for other people, for other situations, but when it comes to us, that's when we struggle. That's why we need support. That's why we are relational beings. So things are getting resolved in relationships and in company of other people, and helping each other, working together, and just supporting this never-ending, everlasting growth and exploration of this life.